that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, on this fine October morning, if you decided to get up and thought, you know what, I'm going to start my day by watching some Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And you went over and fired up your Disney Plus account, started going through, you went, oh no, there is no Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. There's no Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's no Last Crusade. Hell, there's no even alien temple in the middle of the jungle with swinging monkey boys.
Still not as bad as the most recent one.
Yes, I still think the most recent one is better than the fourth one. I do. I think the new one.
You're entitled to feel that way, John.
I do. But all the first four of the Indiana Jones films, right up to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, poof, gone like a fart in the wind. They're not there, not on Disney Plus anymore. Screen Rant was reporting this. All of Spielberg's Indiana Jones movies removed from Disney Plus. Now, lest you start to fear that, oh no, is Steven Spielberg our new Jonathan Majors? No. No big fight between mommy and daddy. What ultimately has happened here is that we may forget that the original Indiana Jones movies were not made with Disney. They were made with Paramount. And Paramount owns the license to those movies. And Paramount licensed them, those first four. The newest one belongs to Disney. You can still find the newest one, which is better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Although that's up for debate. The newest one is still on Disney Plus because that was made by Disney. But the other four are still owned by Paramount, and that lease ended on October 1st. So Paramount came in and said, we're just going to come in and grab this, if you don't mind. Thank you. And they took their four Indiana Jones movies and they left. Now, I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe as of right now, if you wanted to watch Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or you want to watch Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, Paramount Plus. Right now, you can go to Paramount Plus and watch it. But you might not be able to watch it there for long because Paramount may actually package them up and sell a license to another. It's very well that in the next couple of weeks or next couple of months, you may find the first four Indiana Jones films on Netflix.
They really should. They need the money.
I was going to say.
Yeah, they badly need the money. So.
And yes, you're correct. I just looked on the app and they're there.
Yep. The first four Indiana Jones films no longer on Disney Plus. They are now on Paramount Plus, and they probably won't be there for long. I feel they will package them and give the license to somebody else for a certain period of time. The reason I find this interesting is not because, oh no, I can't watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on Disney Plus anymore. I mean, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I wasn't waking up to feel that way. Here's where it's interesting. It adds more fuel to the whole physical media and the downsides of streaming media are. Because you might be somebody, listen, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that Disney Plus is the one streaming service they have. And why not? Get all your Pixar stuff, get all your classic Disney animation, get your Star Wars stuff, get your Marvel stuff, get your Nat Geo stuff, get all your Hulu stuff, FX. You want to watch Shogun? You can go watch it there. So sure, there's probably a lot of people with Disney Plus and maybe only want to pay for Disney Plus. But now they don't have most of the films in one of the greatest film franchises of all time. That was there yesterday and ain't there today. And that has been one of the long-standing arguments of people who are poo-poo on the streaming services. By the way, that's a legal term. Who do not like the idea of streaming, have said is that, listen, you never know when you're going to have it. Even if you buy, like right now, you can buy Deadpool and Wolverine. You can buy Deadpool and Wolverine right now. You can go to Amazon and buy it for $30. By the way, can we talk about how absurd it is that if you want to rent Deadpool and Wolverine right now, it's $25?
Yeah.
You can buy it for $30 or you can just rent it for $25. Got to really save that $5. Anyway.
I really want a Starbucks.
Well, this way you watch it and you get a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just get the movie forever until the license is over.
Well, do you forever?
Until the license is over.
Exactly.
Do you forever? That's
until the license
thing,
is
right?
over.
Okay, so you buy it on Amazon. You buy it for $30 on Amazon.
No.
It could happen.
You buy the license, but that's all you get.
Theoretically, that Amazon loses the right to have Deadpool and Wolverine on their service. And Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Now, I personally have never had that happen. In the 20-something years that I've been, in the 15, 12 years that I've moved away from physical media to streaming, I have a hell of a lot of movies in my online streaming library. I have never lost one of them. Nobody I know has ever lost one of them. I've read reports of people losing things, but again, it's possible because it's happened. And now it goes on to the streaming services as well. Well, one of the reasons I get Disney Plus is because I get Indiana Jones. Maybe not. Licenses expire. Or Disney decides, you know what? We don't like Star Wars anymore. We're going to license it out to Peacock. And then all of a sudden you got Disney Plus with no Star Wars. So it just kind of adds to that whole thing. Now, I still am a streaming person as opposed to a physical media person. Because again, out of my hundreds of movies, I've never lost one. When I had hundreds of physical DVDs, Chris, I lost count about how many of those discs got lost.
Yeah.
Either in the midst of moves or in the midst of reorganizing.
Or you loan them out to somebody.
Or the discs get damaged or whatever. I lost a shit ton of movies having them on physical. I've never lost a single one of my movies. And here's the great thing. When I'm taking my flight to Toronto to go see the Leafs play, guess what? I got my whole movie collection right here.
I hear that's the best way to watch Dune 2.
The smallest screen possible.
But I got my whole movie collection right here. And guess what? I don't have to have 17 bookshelves lined up. And here's the other big thing. But here's the other thing. I remember when Rob and I had this discussion. I'm like, all right. Because Rob showed me this, he had 5 copies because they're different copies of movies, right? I'm like, all right, that one there. Yeah. Since you bought that, how many times has it found its way into your DVD player? Well, that would be none, John. Yeah. And what percentage would you say of this ocean of physical media
He likes the packaging.
has never made its way into one of your DVD players? Well, that would probably be a significant number, John.
But having them sparked so much joy in him. I made him cry.
Yeah, he just likes the collection and the packaging more than any. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
I'm the same way as you, John. Pretty much if I don't see it in the theater, I'll see it streaming somewhere. If it's an older film, a lot of places have licenses for them. If it's a rare film or something, then sure, there's the odd Criterion film I might pick up or whatever. Not a Steelbook. I just get whatever, a 4K, but I don't go crazy on it.
Yeah.
But those are a handful where there's no other access to them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I pretty much
But
just
you're
stream.
right. There is a joy.
Oh, yeah.
And just to your point, I've got the complete Calvin and Hobbes collection. I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Great.
If you don't, you and I can't be friends. But I've got the complete Calvin and Hobbes collection. It's in my room. When's the last time I actually took it out and opened it?
A while, right?
If I'm going to be honest, it's probably been a while.
Some of that stuff is
But it brings me joy just seeing it there.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of physical media collectors, the same is true.
Exactly.
Anyway, Chris, go ahead, Ray.
I was about to say the Indiana Jones game is coming out December 9th, 2020.
That's true.
Will that drive younger kids who haven't seen Indiana Jones to actually go seek out those movies?
I hear it's
if
a
the
good game.
game's popular, it very well could. I mean, that's a really good.
That's a great
And
point.
you know what? That's got to really kill Disney because wouldn't it be good to have the Indiana Jones
exactly.
when that game
now
comes
these
out?
people are going to be scrambling. Where's I thought Indiana
Paramount
Jones
can make
was
some money on.
They have one of the movies on there. Where's the rest?
Yeah, the best one. They've got the best one.
Yeah. And sometimes it is just about collecting, though. I mean,
well, that's all I wanted to throw in there.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Okay, so I've got to tell you about The Perfect Jean. These jeans are seriously a game changer. You know that feeling you get when you find a pair of jeans that fit so well that you almost forget that you're wearing them? That's what happened when I tried these. I'm not kidding. They're as comfortable as your favorite sweatpants, and they can slide on like them too, but they still look amazing. Look, as guys, we've all suffered through stiff, uncomfortable jeans, but The Perfect Jean is all about recusing, well, your gentlemanly area. These jeans are soft, stretchy, and they fit like they were custom made just for you. Because they've got an insane range of sizes, whether you're a skinny jeans kind of guy or rocking the bigger look. And they didn't just stop with jeans, they've got the perfect tee as well, with just the right amount of stretch to hide that beer belly, but still make you look great. It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code Campea15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectgene.nyc with the promo code Campea15. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show by telling them that we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect gene. Well, Chris, anyway, this is just, another kind of example of how complex this whole thing about the digitalization of our entertainment now and stuff like that. What's the thing that jumps out to you the most when you hear about, like, hey, turn on Disney Plus today and Indiana Jones ain't there?
I mean, honestly, I first thought of Rob going, aren't you glad you have those on physical media, kid? Because I do. And I would be really bummed out if I couldn't watch The Last Crusade.
I also have Disney or Paramount Plus, so I can watch it today.
And, my husband is that John Mulaney joke of, he found a show that's on TV right now, even though we own the DVD, and we'll sit here and watch it with commercials.
I do that too.
Interesting, yeah. But I do think, because I am one of those people who has lost media. Mine was iTunes, even though I have used the same iTunes account since that came available to me. I have watched TV episodes, and I've lost so much music.
Really?
And when I talk to Apple about it, they're like, oh, that's weird. It's like,
that's weird.
It sure is.
That's why I only either will get vinyl or I just Spotify.
Yeah.
The vast majority of Spotify. When someone says like, "Oh, I haven't heard this," or like, "Oh, I don't have this," I'm like, you literally have the entire world of music in Spotify.
Exactly. I'm in the same boat now, where I get vinyls of things I really, really love. I got one of Over the Garden Wall soundtrack,
Nice, yeah.
and it's spooky season now, so I get
And
to
they're
listen
great for
to
display or whatever. It's fun.
Yeah, they're beautiful. But I do think that if you absolutely love a film, there is merit to getting it in your hot little hands and physically having
And just
that.
knowing you've got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the downside then obviously is that the technology keeps changing.
Yeah.
Right? Where I have my beautiful Lord of the Rings special editions.
VHS.
Yeah, they're DVDs, and so then I get to watch them on a
VHS.
PS4.
No, but you know what? I
or-
still have, John. When you said, I still have that collection of the Star Trek: The Motion Picture through 6 on VHS, and it forms the Enterprise. I still have that
that's so
from
cool.
my childhood.
But I mean, to your point, you're right. Like with the technology changing,
Yeah.
the physical media you can own forever is now obsolete.
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Which I will say to other people, because Logan did this for me. I thought it was the sweetest thing in the world. If there is physical media that you love that is on a VHS, that is outdated, find a company that will convert it for you to digital.
Yeah.
I had a Christmas tape that my dad made me of all of my favorite Christmas specials from 1992
Wow.
that he just put on a tape. And then Logan got all of that
Sweet.
digitized for me.
Yeah.
So every year I can watch those. So if you love something, make sure you own it and you have it.
All right, guys. Question is for you. Indiana Jones, at least the four, earlier films, all disappeared from Disney Plus. What does that say to you? What makes that? What first is the first thought that comes to your mind when you see that? About when it comes to the whole adding to the complication of physical media and streaming and stuff like that. It's really funny. People say, "Well, it was very important when I get a DVD, I back it up." So you want a digital.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, what's the first thing that jumps out to you, and what can this lead to? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.